Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Wednesday, December the 10th. The year's 2025. Let's talk trading. FOMC. FOMC is going to drop in about 20 seconds. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. And risk management. Definitely have your stop loss in place when you're trading during FOMC, because that way you should not lose more than you're willing to lose. Okay, we are about ready for it to drop. Let's bring up the chart here and let's see what happens. Here we go. The news is dropping and the price dipped down, and there it runs. It's like it's running up as to be expected. Let's see, did we get what the actual number is yet? It's coming in at 3.75. The forecast was 3.75 and the previous was 4. So interest rates going down. That means it's more likely that you want to be long the pound. So we just hit the 50 line. Let's see what happens here. Now, let's see if price will come back to the open at 133, 339, call it 33.34. You can see here we're above indicator 2 across the board. So anybody that shorted the 50 could have picked up about 5 or 6 pips right then and there. That's why you got to take it. Now, one of the things I'm looking at here is this candle. Let's see, between the open, it's about 133.47. That was this candle here. And this candle opened at 33.39. So that's about 8 pips. So it means we might want to extend somewhere between 55 and 60 if we get a signal. But I think price should probably return to that open, but we'll just have to wait and see. Just have to wait for a nice signal. You can see here we've got 3 green bars, closed bars in a row, working on this 4th one here. And notice right before the announcement, we had 5 reds. And then just taking that, from 5 and beyond is very infrequent. So we just had the 50 hit again. Once again, if you shorted the 50, it'd be worth another 6, 7, maybe 8 pips. And it should be very interesting how it plays out. Plus, we've got a negative candle here on H4. Looks like it might turn positive. And we're in the launch pad, just so you know. We're in the 40s. And normally I don't like to short in the 40s because it is the launch pad. And usually the launch will go from 40 to 60. And notice this is stopping almost at the midpoint of this candle body. That's one of Walmal's things he likes to look for. One of his favorite targets is the middle of a big candle like that. So it looks like there's a bunch of sellers here because price isn't busting through. But if it busts through, I think it's going to probably hit somewhere around the 60 level. Let's see here. Let me look at an H4 chart. You're looking to the left. Bambino flexes to go short. At the pivot, there was one short did pay off one time. R1 short, we've already done that once here. Yesterday's high 56. I think we're going to test that. But if you look left here, and you close down, you can see all these upper wicks. We get in that area, and you can see here lower low or lower high, lower high. But we also had lower low, lower low. So lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high, higher high, but not higher than here. So once again, this area is, you see, we're in that wick zone, or on all these wick zones. It's going to be a struggle. We're about 6-7 pips below yesterday's high at the moment. Price is struggling. But if it breaks through, it's probably going to just pop. Like I said, I'm looking for it to turn around somewhere in this area between 55 and 60. Once again, you can see the wicks here on the 1 hour chart. We're in the upper wick zone. We've taken out that pivot, taken out the weekly. We've missed the monthly still. We're in the upper ATR zone right now. That's funny, I hadn't looked at this chart before, and I said somewhere between 60 and 65, or was it 55.60? No, I said 55.60. And so, but it looks like we want to break out of the high. We're right there at the 55. Price is stalling. So you can see right here, we've had 4 in a row. Got 22 seconds to close. We'll wait and see what happens. So normally, if I'm trading using this idea, I usually like to just jump in right as this candle opens. But sometimes I'll maybe wait a couple of seconds. So if it goes up, then I can just wait. And then if it comes back down and test that open, and I just, look at the price action. So here it went between 55 and 60. We got 5 in a row. I'd say go ahead, take a short. What the heck, right? Let's take a short and see what happens. Now, if we get a green bar down here, I will short a second time. Okay, 18 seconds. And I will keep shorting so long as those green bars appear. Because notice we made a lower high right here. Now we've got a flip-flop box to the downside. And so now we can just wait and see. So there's your flip-flop. You could take a trade there. In fact, 53, no, Wasn't quick enough there. Maybe I can get another trade in. Let's see what happens. 24 seconds left in that candle. Notice it's staying above indicator 2 right here. It's definitely struggling. Once again, we got another lower high. We're just going to set, if this candle closes up, we'll have another flip-flop box trade to take. And so if you're wondering, where's my stop? Oh, my stop is about, let me think, 100 pips away right now for the amount that I would risk on a trade. So if I put in a second trade, then the stop would be about 50 pips because I don't want to lose more than a certain amount per trade. In this case, I wouldn't want to lose more than $1,000. So now, once again, why I don't like shorting in the launch pad. So let's see what happens here. See, we got 67. So about 60%, 70% of the time, it's more than 60 pips, and 60% of the time, it's more than 70 pips. But only 44% doesn't hit 80. So we'll have to see what price decides to do. And as you can see here, we're turning back around. Now, if we break right here, yeah, time to short again. Now, where do I look to exit? 50 would be a good spot. And if it crashes through the 50, then look to see it hit the EMA 5 or the indicator 2 from M5. So you can see here, it's putting in a range right here. If it breaks through that range, it's over. Now, where would it go to the upside? The next place would be about 66 based on the ATR plus the low. So the low of the day plus the ATR 12, which is the maximum ATR over the last 15 ATR periods, anywhere from 2 to 15. This is the max, this is the min, something that I created a while ago. ATR lines, high, low. And that way you get a range, because if you just pick one, you don't know if it's a min or the max. You might pick 14. Who knows? 14 might be down here or it might be up here. This way, if you look at a bunch of ATRs and you use the range, you get a better result. Okay, price is still putting in that range. And wow, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over, sports fans. We'll just see if it can crack it. So you guys can make note. I was entering up around 54, 55, and you can figure out, did I come out of this ahead of the game? I could probably exit just about here and be ahead of the game, but be a little bit more greedy. Okay, see now we close below the EMA 5 or M1 indicator 2 here, but you know what? That goes to show, traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.